this overall beats the Chord Mojo as my pick in that price range. What's going on, guys? Nick here from NBT Studios, and I was thinking, some of the best things in life just happen to be black. My hair, black. This sweater, black. The IFI Micro iDSD Black Label, black. So let's jump into this little guy. So, at a glance, the build of this is absolutely rock solid. It's a wonderful aluminum build. It's very robust. Could easily throw this around, would be fine. Again, would not recommend that. If you're paying this much money for audio, take care of your stuff, guys. So if we look at this amplifier and DAC at a glance, let's go through some of the things. So to turn it on, you actually rotate the volume button. You'll hear a little click. And obviously you got your volume control wheel to, make the volume go higher or lower. Some cool other features. So it has a 1/4-inch headphone output jack. Over here you see there's a 3.5 millimeter input. So that's to actually use this just as an amp from a separate digital source. You have a 3D plus switch over here, which you can toggle it on and off. This essentially widens the soundstage of whatever you're listening to and increases the brightness slightly. If you look over here, there's this X-Bass switch, one of my favorite features. If you toggle it, it gives just the tiniest bass boost. It's very tasteful and really brings out the body in some cans that might need it, such as the HD800. Here is actually a little charging port for your phone. So if you were so inclined, if your phone's running out of battery, you can just hook up a USB charging cable and use this as a power bank, which is a really neat feature, I think. At the back, you have your standard RCA ports for right and left. So use this solely as a DAC in your system, just RCA cable out to whatever amplifier you have. Over here, it's a recessed male USB connector. This blue USB cable that comes with it, just plug it in, and you basically got a connection to your USB port on your computer. Another cool thing that this has, because it has a built-in internal battery, which is rechargeable, you can use it as an OTG solution with your phone. So right here I have a micro USB OTG cable, and you could totally use this with you portably on the go. It is a little bit bulky to just keep in your pocket, but definitely you got all the options there. Going back to the back, you have a SPDIF out. It's a coaxial, so if you want to connect it via SPDIF, you have that option. Now, taking a look at the back, we have some other knobs and switches. Right up here is the IE match. So there are 3 different modes for it. There's off, there's a high sensitivity for obviously high sensitivity monitors, and ultra sensitivity for the most sensitive monitors. The filter switch is right over here. There are 3 filters. There's a standard, which is the filter is turned off, just your standard purist kind of mode. There's a minimum phase filter, and there's a bit perfect filter. I've toggled and flipped through it. It's a very subtle difference between all of them, and I'm a bit of a purist, so I keep it on the standard filter, so no additional filtering going on. There's a polarity switch right over here, so for on and off. And here is the power mode switch with this little red divot. So this has eco mode, normal mode, and turbo mode. At turbo mode, this has a max output power of 4,000 milliwatts. So 4 watts at 16 ohms. That is an absolute powerhouse, and really this can drive 95% of whatever is available on the market with superb headroom and definition. It's honestly quite remarkable how this little guy can output so much power. Now, in terms of the sound of this, I honestly found it to be a pretty neutral, easygoing DAC. Great separation, great headroom. I would say the depth is a little bit lacking on it. I didn't get much of a sense of a 3-dimensional soundstage with my headphones, which is totally fine for something at this price level. And mids are very fleshed out, very detailed. You can definitely get a sense of all the little nuances and inflections. Bass extension's quite great on this, actually. It goes really low, and it's a very, very clean extension. There's no bloat. And the treble is sparkly but non-fatiguing, which is just absolutely great. Obviously, no one likes fatiguing treble. So I've been using this primarily to power the Odyssey MX4 and the Hi-Fi Man Aria headphones. And it just drives them absolutely wonderfully. That maximum 4,000 milliwatts on tap is just an absolute godsend. Can really drive a lot of planars and even dynamic headphones very, very well. With the Arias, they need a little bit more juice than the MX4. I only kept them on normal mode. I didn't even need to bump it up to the turbo power mode, which is pretty great. And I had a lot of play on the volume knob still to really get that headroom and that power. For the IE match mode, I actually did toggle that. I toggled it to the high sensitivity, and I used it with a pair of Light Harmonic Labs Stella IEMs because they are a little bit sensitive. So it drove those absolutely great also. No noise floor, and with this on eco mode with the IE match enabled, there was no noise floor, and I had, again, plenty of play with the volume knob. It wasn't a massive jump. I could really fine tune and find that sweet spot where it wasn't fatiguing or it didn't jump too loud. So all in all, I really got to hand it to IFI. They've created an absolute knockout value with this product for just the sheer amount of features it has, all it can do, and the sound quality. They've really done a great job. Now, most people compare this actually to the Chord Mojo because they're kind of in the same price range. To my ears, I've owned both. The Chord Mojo has a better DAC section. I just think it resolves finer detail a little bit better, and the depth of it is head and shoulders, I find, above the Burr Brown DAC inside this. That being said, the Mojo isn't as versatile as this, obviously. This is really, as many people have described it, just a Swiss Army knife. This has pretty much everything in the kitchen sink. You can use it as a desktop solution. You can use it on the go. And really, it's just an absolutely wonderful audio companion and will really improve the quality out of anything you plug into it anywhere. And that's really a key strength that can't be overlooked. So I've got to give the Black Label my highest recommendation for a portable solution. This overall beats the Chord Mojo as my pick in that price range. So thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been a pleasure once again. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day. Bye.